Well, hey there. Welcome to the third episode of the twists and turns of my journey to naturalization. Well, in the last episode, let me just do a run back. We talked about how, on the end of it, we talked about how I met Murphy and he picked me up at the airport. I remember he picked me up at the airport and we went to his what I think it was his baby mother at the time. His baby mother, of course, they became wife and husband eventually, and they're amazing two kids. And then we after we went there, I think we went to Maryland. And I was wondering why you all thought, why do I have this close relationship with Maryland? But I came to Cheverly. That was Cheverly, and I stayed there. I think it was for 2 weeks, but I remember me just looking outside and wondering where I was, where I was at the time, because I'm in the United States. I'm just trying to acclimate to all of the things that I see. I got outside, I got up, peeped outside, and was like, wow, what a beautiful place. What else is there to see? What else is there that I wanted from this country? But I knew then, when I came here for the first time, I knew then that I I wanted more. And if I could just go back a little bit, I remember staying. That was another visit. I stayed in Brooklyn another time, but for this time I came to Maryland. I look around. I met a whole lot of people. If there's one thing that you should know about me, everywhere I go, I connect with different people. And I think I got that from my mother, my father. And I did not say, may my father's soul rest in peace. May Sidney Tomlinson's soul rest in peace. He really grew us well. He grew us in a way that we he taught us to love beyond us, and that's selflessness. And I think sometimes in the midst of it all, I get caught up in over loving, if there's a word to describe over loving, because you have to understand that some people grew up in like different cultures, and they are not accustomed to all of that love. And when you see them and you give them, you show them the real love, they push back or back away, because that was not meted out unto them. And so it's not, they're not gonna give that back to you, and it's okay. And you just have to do what you have to do, because you know what is real love. Let me come back to my, yes. And whilst I was there, I talked to Murphy, and he said, boy, if you love it here, then you could continue to come on your vacation. When you come here, there's always a home. Renee and Murphy always tell me that their home is always a home. And then guess what? In the midst of all of that, I met like people like Anthony. I met Shanika. Was it the time I met Shanika? Shanika is my goddaughter. Of course, you're gonna hear. She's at some point. Shanika is gonna come into this episode and talk about how she met me. But Shanika just inserted herself in my entire life, and she became, my goddaughter. Yes, and then Anthony, at the time we met Anthony, all of us are from Jamaica, so we had that immediate connection. Who else? Yeah, and so living over there on Franklin Avenue. Probably that is too quick. I haven't been living in the United States yet. I was traveling back and forth every time I got a chance from off my vacation. Like I said, I was a detective corporal. Every time I got a chance, I wasn't a detective corporal at the time when I just started coming here. Eventually, over time, I became a detective corporal in Jamaica. But I definitely was able to come back and forth. And I remember the third, yes, I think probably it was the third or the fourth time that I came here. I remember I met Sonia Barry. Sonia was my best friend and still is one of my best friends. Sonia, love you, girl. Thank you for those times when you picked me up at the airport. Thank you for those times when I stayed at your house. You would be at work. I'm there eating off your food. Thank you for like everything that you provided for, to make my trip, my vacation, like always, take me to the store, show me how I could get the things that I needed to take back home for my family. You were just such a support system. You were just such a friend. My fourth and fifth visit, because I came here a lot of time. People like Arnett, Gary, a lot of people that I connected with have helped me to get where I am today. And I'm the kind of person who, however I'm going to say thank you, I'm going to make that possible. I'm going to say thank you to those people. And some people names I wouldn't even bother to call, because if they were significant for this, then I would have inserted them in there. But some of them I have lost contact with, but they have helped to make me, get to this point. My fourth time, I'm going to talk about my fourth time. When I came here, I remember us going to Crossroads. Sonia, I know you remember that time when we went to Crossroads and we had such a great time. That's back in the day. That's about 2008. We went to Crossroads, and we keep talking about me living here. And I went to Jamaica. I did not came back. Probably I came back maybe about another year. And I took a while to come back. The fourth time when I came here, it took a while because I was like, I got transferred now to Area 3, where I work as a detective corporal in narcotics. And of course I worked there for like a while. And so I didn't have all of that time to come here. But I think the next episode, we're going to be talking about my first day in the United States. My first day when I really decided to live in the United States. Look, let me tell you something. This journey has been a journey to talk about. I could not keep this as a secret. I could not talk about this. And I don't want to tell you, I wanted to tell you about the struggles, because the struggles were real. And I want you to understand that coming to this country, a lot of people, see us here and think that we have it all. We don't have it all. Not all of us. I know for me, I had was to go through some days without even food to eat. Just enough to pay my rent. And the next episode, definitely the next episode, you will hear so much more. You're gonna be wondering. You gotta stay in tune to hear all of these episodes to see how I journeyed out these years that I've been in this country. And I know I'm helping somebody, because there's somebody who has started their journey, who tell themselves at this point. I met a young lady who said she's just here 3 months, and she'd be like, I'm not staying here. You have to go through the growing pains. You have to go through the growing pains. You have to have your goals. You have to have your plan. You have to, all of what you know, you have to put it aside for a moment. You have to unlearn to learn again. Even the driving course that I went on was not what I knew in Jamaica. There was so much difference about even learning to drive here. So you have to unlearn to learn when you come to this country. But I am still here, right? I am still here. Hey! I'm so sorry we got to this point where I have to cut you off. But look, you're gonna love these episodes of my journey. An immigrant's journey. Yep, an immigrant's road. I want to come out and say I'm an immigrant, man. I am. I am an immigrant. I came from another country to live in this country. Yes, I am an immigrant. Irrespective of what the world want to say, we're people. We are people. We have a different culture, but it doesn't mean that our lives do not matter. Stay tuned for the next season. I love you. Peace.